Morning, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to episode number 44 in the book of Genesis. Today we're going to learn about Methuselah, the oldest human ever to live. But the point is, even Methuselah died. So the point isn't that he lived 969 years. The point is that, yes, even Methuselah died. So you may see somebody in the paper that they lived 107 years. But the point is, they die. Just like you will, just like I will. So let's look in Genesis chapter 5, and we're going to look at verse 25. When Methuselah had lived 187 years, he fathered Lamech. Methuselah lived after he fathered Lamech 782 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Methuselah were 969 years, comma, and then he died. When Lamech lived 182 years, he fathered a son and called his name Noah. We've been waiting for this guy, Noah, saying, out of the ground that the Lord has cursed, this one shall bring us relief or comfort from our work and from the painful toil of our hands. Lamech lived after he fathered Noah 595 years and had other sons and daughters. Thus, all the days of Lamech were 777 years, and he died, just like Methuselah did. After Noah was 500 years old, Noah fathered Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So we've been heading on this trajectory to get to Noah, and we have this little side bar here on this guy named Methuselah. And we've been in this milieu of more and more evil in the world, and there's a destruction, a flood is going to come, so we've needed to get to Noah. The point here today, though, is about Methuselah, and that even though Methuselah lived a long time, he died. So death is going to be certain, that which is certain. It's a reminder that we too are heading there. In Romans 5:12, it says, therefore, just as sin came into the world through one man, we're talking about Adam and Eve, and death through sin, and so death spread to all men because of all sin. So we're all part of this. Now, I want to mention an organization which on one hand has genius all over it and evil all over it as well, which is Ashley Madison. So their tagline is, one of the best in history, life is short, comma, so have an affair, which is crazy. It's so foolish, but there is a true part to this. So false teachers are often, they have some kernel of truth. Well, here's the kernel that Ashley Madison gets right. Is life is short. So we have a death that spreads over all mankind. So even if you're Methuselah, your life has an end to it. So it should be, hey, sin has caused your short life rather than life is short, so go and sin. No, flip it around. Say, sin has caused your short life, so what should we do? Now, in a sense, we are not created to die. We were created to be with the Lord, enjoy the Lord, walk with him in the garden forever, but there's a consequence. So one of my responses was, when I was thinking about this, is, hey, well, let's just blame Adam and Eve and their sin, and that's why this is happening. Well, what if Adam and Eve didn't sin? What about the next generation? Well, we know what happened. They sinned. Well, let's say we went, 8 generations or 800 generations. The point is, you would sin. You have sin. If Adam and Eve didn't sin, you would have done it. So let's be humble here. All right, so the other point is about death is it's not going to be universal later. So Revelation 20, one of my favorite verses in all of Revelation 24, he will wipe away every tear from their eyes, and death shall be no more. Neither there shall be mourning or crying or pain, for the former things have passed away. So even though our world today is marked significantly by death, it's not going to mark the next world. So this is a call to life, not death. So there's this great evil, which is our response to this. Because the life is short, we should sin. That's a great evil, and I pray that you would be unshackled from it. I pray that that whole idea with Ashley Madison will not pervade in our life. Let's be grateful for the provisions that the Lord has for us. So life is short, so We should be found in him at the very end. And let's be ready for the end. As it stands in Hebrews 9:27, man is destined to die once and after that to face judgment. So our big question today is, like Methuselah, life is short, and are we ready? And upon our death, will you fear the life that you have been living? Or will you point to the life that Jesus lived? So what are you going to do about your death? So Ashley Madison was right about one thing, that life is short and death is coming. But what will you do about your sin? Nothing? Well, if so, how do you stand before a holy God? We all need a rescue, and fortunately, a rescuer was sent. The Old Testament points to Jesus. How? Well, here, through these three words, and he died. So Adam died, and even Methuselah, 969 years old, died. Looked like it was going to take a long while. Everyone was saying, well, maybe he's going to live forever, but no, he dies just shy of 1,000 years. The point is not that Methuselah lived 969 years. The point is that Methuselah died, just like I will and you. So the year of Methuselah's death, of interest, was the year of the great flood. So his name actually means, when he is dead, it shall come. When he is dead, the flood shall come. So while Methuselah lived, the flood was kind of like held back. It testifies to the patience of God. So rather than life is short, have an affair, no, life is short. Judgment is coming. Judgment is sure. Live a godly life and point to the rescuer, Jesus. So, in conclusion today, we weren't created for the consequence of death. We're supposed to be walking with God, and eventually we're going to. And all of us who have ever been to a funeral, we say, boy, this isn't right. And I think our response shouldn't be pride. It should be humility. We're sin, so life is short. Have an affair? No. Even Methuselah died. Judgment is coming. Judgment is sure. Let's repent now. So life is short, so let's be found in him in the very end. So let's live a godly life and live a life that points to our rescuer, who's Jesus. Thanks for listening.